Alright, so chances are you're yet to turn 30 years old. Chances are you're relatively young watching these videos. So this video is for someone who's still in their early 20s. This video is for someone who is not yet 30. 6 skills or 6 essential life habits that I would want you to build. Gentlemen, 6 essential life skills that I would want you to learn before you turn 30 years old. Now, none of these habits are easy to learn. None of these habits can be done in your life overnight. Gentlemen, these habits, these skills take time to learn. So I want you to use this decade. I want you to use these 5, 6 years, 7 years in your life to learn these skills and make the remaining of your life relatively very easy. Gentlemen, my name is Mayank Bhattacharya. I wish I knew these habits. I wish I learned these skills before I was this old. But hey, you don't need to worry about it anymore. My name is Mayank Bhattacharya. This is One Essentials. I'm in my Teamy Basics full sleeve shirt with my black double monk shirt, which you can't clearly see, but let's roll the intro. Okay, so first thing first, before I get into the video, you'll have to do me 2 quick favors, 2 small but very effective favors. One, this is an online course. This channel is like an online course, so please watch the other 500 plus videos on the channel, learn from it, gain from it, and while you're doing so, do not forget to like these videos whenever you watch them, and yes, write down your honest comments in these videos as you watch them. The algorithm gets happy about it and we get to reach more people and transform their lives. Once you have done that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to watch consistent weekly videos. Alright then, let's get into the life skills. Okay, so these skills, these 6 life skills are the skills I wish I would have known much before. But hey, no regrets. Had it been earlier, then I wouldn't have made this video for you. So everything happens for good. Gentlemen, I am glad that I'm aware of it now so that I get to make this video and help you share the process in the making. So the very first habit or the very first skill that you must need to learn and make it a part of your life, rather make it a habit of your life before you turn 30 years old, is living fit. Yes, being fit and taking care of your body and your health is the most important factor, is the most important skill I'll want you to keep in mind before you turn 30 years old. Why? Because this is going to determine how long are you actually going to live. If you're someone young watching this, if you're 17, 18 years old watching this, you might not have to worry about your fitness now. But gentlemen, the habits you build and the way you live, especially when you're younger, is going to dictate your life after you turn 25, 28, 30, 35 years old. If you are planning to live a very careless life right now, it is going to reflect as you grow old, as you get bored, and as you become more wiser in life. So if you want to be fit, if you want to be active, and if you want to have the same kind of energy as a 20-year-old, even when you turn 35 and 40, you have to take care of this basic thing right now. Get into your diet, figure out ways to cook healthier food, figure out ways to build habits that will help you eat only healthier foods, and get into a proper exercise or a training routine. In case you don't want to lift weights, in case you don't want to go to the gym, play a sport, go out on a run, do bicycling, do whatever you can, but get into the routine of fitness and eating healthy. This is a skill. This is not an easier said than done job, because had it been so easy, you would have seen everyone on the streets walking fit and fine. But how many people on the streets are actually fit? How many of them are not really suffering from any disease? Not many. Everyone has some or the other problems. Everyone's immune system is highly compromised these days. Don't want you to be in that category, especially when you're 30, 35 years old. Start working on it right now. Learn this skill and make it a habit of your life. It'll probably take you a year or 2 or maybe 3, 4 years. It'll become a part of who you are. It'll become a part of your identity. You'll probably gain weight. You'll have a stronger bone system. You'll look good. You'll walk a certain way. All these great things are going to happen when you learn the skill of fitness and eating healthy food. It takes time, but there is a reason I'm giving you 5 to 10 years to learn and craft the skill to its max potential. Skill number 2 that you need to learn before you turn 32 is the art of making money. Now, I don't want you to be a millionaire, a crorepati, or a billionaire before you turn 30 years old. That's too much pressure. I just want you to first learn the process, the art, and the science of making money. Can you go out and find a job? Can you go out and get any job in your field, job of your interest, or start a new business, or do anything that can probably give you some monetary gains? Because this, gentlemen, is indeed a skill to have. Not very many people with degrees and PhDs can find a goddamn job. Not very many people can actually monetize their skills and build a business and get the job. In case you don't know how to make money, in case you don't know how to survive yourself in this material world that we live in, then you'll be in a very, very big problem, especially after you're 30, 35 years old. Why? Well, because the older you get, the slower your processes become, especially if you're someone who is unfit, especially if you're someone who's mentally and physically unfit. If you're this average 35-year-old man, chances of you having the energy and the drive to do the kind of work that is needed for a 25-year-old or for an aspiring business or for a job aspirant is going to be relatively very low. So first, work on your fitness, become that healthy man, become that fit man who can have the same kind of energy even when he's 45 to compete with a 25-year-old man, and to start learning the skill of making the money at the first place. I don't want you to be a millionaire, I just want you to learn the skill first. These millions and billions will come with its time. There's no rush for it, there is no hurry to it. But if you know how to make your living, at least if you know how to make your damn living, it will be a lot more easier for you to survive by yourself. It will be a lot more easier for you to go out and do things for yourself, because you know the very basics of surviving in this material world, which is making some money. This is a skill. It takes time. Sticking to a job takes time. Finding a job takes time. Starting new ventures, businesses, all these things take time, and time will teach you a lot of things. But the art is still an art. Learning to make money is still a very different process, and a process I insist every young man before 30 to learn. Gentlemen, if you know how to use your skills to pay the bills, if you know how to use your degrees to pay the bills, if you know how to use yourself to pay the bills and generate some cash, the investments, the millions and the businesses can come at any later time. Skill number 3, quite important, very underrated. Learn to make some goddamn friends. Learn to make, mingle and be with new friends. This is for all the introverts like me out there. This is for everyone who is in the shell like me out there. In case you don't know how to make friends, it'll be a very difficult process for you to live your life in the coming days and weeks of your life. In case you don't want to be that awkward guy, in case you don't want to be that loner guy who has no friend at all in his life, learn the basic skill of how to communicate and how to make friends. The girlfriend side of things comes later. The partnership relationship is much later. First, learn how to make some goddamn friends. Now, how do you learn this skill? Well, I have asked my best friend, the super extroverted chief marketing and the chief branding officer of my company. She will probably make a course on it because she is very, very, very good at it. And she is an extrovert, so she'll probably break down the basic and the most important processes for you to keep in mind if you are an introverted like me, or in case you just have a difficult time connecting with people and making some goddamn friends. This is an important skill to have. In this country, at least, nobody talks about it, nobody gives any importance to it, but this is a skill I'll force you to learn, because this skill itself is going to change your personal and professional life. A lot of great things happen when you're in a good company, my friend. Do not take it lightly, do not take it for granted. Learn to make new friends, learn to communicate, and learn the skill of socializing and being with great like-minded people at a given time. But hey, now that we talked about the skill to make new friends, the need of learning the skill to make new friends, how about the most important and probably the most underrated one in this mighty country where we live? Go out and start living alone. Gentlemen, I cannot stress this enough. I cannot put any more emphasis on this. You have to learn the skill to be by yourself. You have to learn the skill of living alone. Not when your parents are showering you with boatloads of money, not when you have a bungalow for yourself and a high-rise apartment of all glory. No, not by that standard. You living alone means you doing all of your deeds by yourself. You making money, you cooking your food, you cleaning your house, you doing everything that you can by your own minimal mean. Now, by moving out and being by yourself, I don't mean you have to go to your parents and ask them to give you some cash to live in a 5 BHK bungalow. No, I don't mean that. What I mean is you have to start living by yourself to gain the needed responsibilities that you need as a modern man. Gentlemen, I have been seeing a lot more men getting softer and softer these days, and one of the most important reason I can come across is the fact that they are not staying alone. You're not moving out. You're not doing anything by yourself. You don't have any integrity. You don't have any responsibility. And hell, you aren't even honest for that matter. How can you live your life if you're not a man of integrity, honesty and respect? To gain that, to become a bit more wiser and smarter and saner in life, you have to take this step. You have to take this step whenever you're ready for it in your life. Could be a college, could be a job or anything, but learn to live by yourself, move out and be alone. I'll probably make a detailed video on it, but for now, in case you're in a place in time when you have the option of moving out and being by yourself, do it and don't be a reckless one at it. When you are moving out, try to take the responsibility of your life, have some integrity and live your life as honestly as you could. But hey, now that you have learned some skills to be fit and healthy, now that you have learned some skills to make some money, now that you have learned some skills to be by yourself, now that you have learned the skill to make some friends, it's about time you learn the art of the mighty game. Yes, you have to learn the skill, you have to know the skill, you have to know the art of communicating and expressing your interest in the opposite sex the correct social way. Just because you like someone does not mean you have to keep pestering them or keep oogling them and keep staring them and make them super uncomfortable. Just because you like someone does not mean you should not express your emotions to her the way you would want. Both of these are extreme problems I see most men have. I mean, they'll either become Kabir Singh and be all over the place, the cocky, arrogant, or they'll become this other guy who never speaks, never says anything, just sits back far off and tries to fantasize the fact that, oh my god, only if she could have said yes to me. Both of these things are absolute terrible ways to live life. If you are a man of 21st century, you should be able to express your interests, and you should do it the correct social way. Gentlemen, just like money, fitness and fame, social dynamics and game also has its own pros and cons. If you are an asshole, you will do very stupid things with a lot of money. If you're a wise man, you will do a lot of great things with your money. Same applies to your fame and your wealth as well. The same concept applies to your social dynamics and game as well. If you are a manipulative dog, learning the skill of social dynamics will make you an extreme version of being a manipulative dog. If you are a genuine honest man, learning the skill and crafting that skill of expressing your honest, genuine thoughts about how you feel to that someone will make you so much better and clearer and confident in life. My goal is to make you better. My goal is not to make you the cocky, arrogant Kabir Singh of yourself. So please keep this thing in mind and remember the order of things that I'm trying to explain. Learning the art of fitness, finance, friends, independence, then comes your relationship. But hey, lastly, and probably the most important one in this list, probably the most important one I could ever think, I should have talked about this the very first thing in this list, but I think I should save it for the last because it is the best one, and that is learning the art of looking good, feeling good, being confident, and dress sharp when you are in need. Now this is a skill, gentlemen. Looking good and dressing sharp is a skill. You can't just expect everyone to look good, therefore you don't see everyone looking good. But if you have the skills, if you have the gains, if you have the wisdom, if you have the knowledge and awareness to dress sharp and look good, it would not matter whether you're in a jeans and t-shirt or a nice tan waistcoat like this. You will look good because you know the basics of style and fashion, because you know the basics of grooming, image and social dynamics. So this will make it so much more easier for you to explore life and do things that you would want to do your way. This is a skill. I have talked about this for years because I have always thought it to be a very underrated skill, but now that I'm aware of it, I wanted to share it with you all. 6 skills, 6 very important life skills that I think every man must know before they turn 30 years old, because these things are going to help you live a much easier, clearer and sorted life once you're above the age of being a mighty 30. I hope this helps. I hope this was well worth your time. Now, of course, if you want to check out one of the Boseden for yourself, this is our Goodyear Welted Classic Signature Series. This is a black double monk strap. This is a beautiful shoe. I love this a lot. I probably wear this every day I'm in the office in my formals. Then we have a black Chelsea as well. We have a black hole cut Oxford as well. These are expensive. This is one of the most expensive shoes we have ever made with Boseden. But this shoe is going to last you a lifetime. And if you want to invest in a shoe that will last you a lifetime, you'll have to spend some money for it. Beautiful sole, beautiful shoe. Just can't get enough of it. In case you want to check out our sneakers, they are also available at tmbasics.com. And in case you haven't got your hands on our shirt and our t-shirts yet, all out there at tmbasics.com. Check it out in case you haven't. Get yourself one in case you haven't. I'll see you in the next one. You don't forget to dress sharp, stay strong, stay stylish. My name is Mayank. Thanks a lot for watching. Jai Hind. Take care. Bye.